everyone, this is S. Pravalika, Assistant Professor, Department of AML, Aditya University. And in the today's lecture, we are going to discuss about Agile software development. So let us move on to the today's lecture. So at the end of this lecture, the student will be able to explain what is meant by Agile software development. So firstly, regarding Agile software development. So Agile software development is a software development methodology that values flexibility, collaboration, and customer satisfaction. So in the last class, we have discussed what is meant by Agile. So in continuation to that, in the today's lecture, we are going to see the Agile software development. So what does this Agile software development mean by? An Agile software development is a software development methodology that values flexibility, collaboration, and customer satisfaction. So what does this flexibility, collaboration, and customer satisfaction mean by when we are working on a project? So definitely, we need to understand some terms. So we need to understand the flexibility that can be happen in the project, and also we need to finalize how the collaborations can happen between the developers as well as testers, as well as from the stakeholders, from the customer point of view, how we can have the collaborations, and also the customer satisfaction, whether the customer is getting satisfied with the product what we are giving or not. So Agile is going to focus on all these aspects. So flexibility, collaboration, and customer satisfaction. So this is what the Agile software development deals with. So it is a methodology that values flexibility, collaboration, and customer satisfaction. So next point, it is an iterative and incremental approach, helps in delivering a working product quickly and frequently. So this is what we have discussed in the last class. So incremental approach as well as iterative approach. So iterative in the sense a repetitive approach, and increment in the sense in an increasing order. So that means when working on a phase, we are going to have a repetition of the same phase to get fulfilled output. At the same time, incremental. So if there is a lot of work to be done within the project, or else if there is a large number of modules, so what we'll be doing is we'll be breaking down the modules into smaller parts, and based on those smaller parts, we are going to work on the smaller parts, and then we are going for the increment. So that means in a step-by-step process, we are going to have the working product. So finally, what was the outcome that we need to have? The simple outcome that we need to have is a working product which is delivered quickly and as well as with the complete outputs, so frequently. So with the complete outputs, with the working outputs, we are going to deliver that. So this is what incremental and iterative approach helps us in delivering the working product. So next point, it involves close collaboration between the development team and customer to ensure that the product meets the needs and expectations. So what is this meeting the needs and expectations? So for example, we are supposed to start up a project. So some of the clients has given us some project to be done. So what we are initially doing, okay, we got a project. So we are working with the development team. We gathered the requirements. We ran with the feasibility study. We have designed something. We have developed something. We tested something. And finally, we are showcasing that to the customer. What if the customer was not able to reach the project, or else if he is not at all satisfied with the project? Again, what happens? There is a waste of time, there is a waste of budget. So cost issues will be there, budget issues will be there if there is no satisfaction from the customer. So apart from this, if we are making the customer involved into the project from the starting phase itself, so he will be getting understand towards the terms. So how the requirements are gathered, what type of feasibility study was done, and what type of design was implemented, and what type of development was done, and how the testing is done, and how it is going to get deployed. So having a collaboration between the development team as well as the customer. So involving the customer in every stage meets his needs and expectations. So when the customer is involved, so he'll get to understand about each and abouts of the project, and as well as we'll get to understand whether his expectations are satisfied or not. So this is what happens in the close collaboration between the development teams as well as the customer. So this is what we are going Agile software development process. So here also in the image we can see the Agile software development process. So from the requirement gathering to the maintenance phase. So we can see the complete phases here. So the first one requirement gathering, second one planning, development, testing, maintenance, and deployment. So these were the stages involved. Okay. So here one of the stages given aside. So from the requirement gathering, planning, development, testing, deployment, finally we will be getting the phase of maintenance. So let us understand this terminology in depth. So first one, requirement gathering. So requirement gathering in the sense, generally This is what happens in each and every software process model as well as each and every project what we are taking. So the first initial phase will be the requirement gathering. Even in the Agile software project also we are having the same phase. So requirement gathering. So the development team works closely with the customer to understand what they really need from the software. So what they really need from the software in the sense, so every client, whoever giving a project will be having some expectations. So if he is coming for a gaming development, so definitely he will be having this should be the output, or else he will be having this has to be the final outcome. So what is their perspective? We need to understand that. So in order to understand that, we need to work closely with the customer to get their ideas and as well as to know what exactly they need from the software. So this is what happening in the requirement gathering. The development team works closely with the customer to understand what they really need from the software. So the next one, planning. The team creates a clear plan for how they will be building the software. So a planning will be initialized, a plan will be created. So how they are going to build that particular software. So the next phase is development. So this is where the team starts turning their plan into reality. They work in short, focused cycles, building small, usable pieces of the product. So development phase is where actually the plan comes into the reality. So simply to understand construction of a house. So initially when we are constructing a house or else when we are constructing a building, so what are we going to do? Our engineer will be coming and he'll be drawing us a plan. So that will be the first phase what they are going to do. So based on the plan, what are they going to do? So they'll be implementing the design. So they'll start up their work and based on the plan, they'll be starting their construction. So similarly in the software also, based on the plan what they have created, the team will be starting their work into reality. So they'll be working in the short cycles, they'll be working on the focused cycles. So that means focus cycle in the sense every phase or else every module what they are taking will be having some particular output to be done. So whether that output is reached or not will be also checked. Building small usable pieces of the product. So usable pieces of the product in the sense, so for example, we have used some set of code in one particular module. So that same set of code can be used in other modules as well. So that indicates a usable piece of the product, a usable piece of code, which is able to run even the next further modules as well. So this is what happens in the development phase. So the next phase is testing. So testing in the sense, when the software is built, it is also tested to make sure it works properly and meets the customer needs. So development itself doesn't make the product into a working state. So we need to understand whether it is properly developed or not. So that will be comes to us only when we have tested that. So when the testing is done perfectly, we'll be understanding whether it is developed successfully or not, whether any bugs arise, whether any errors arise or whatever might be the issues that may be raised. So that will be shown in this testing phase. So that goes with the testing. So the next one, deployment. Once everything is tested and worked as expected, the software is deployed, which means it is ready for the customers and end users to start using. So deployment phase is the phase where we will be releasing the product to the customers as well as to the end users. So they will be starting their working. So once the complete development is done, once the complete testing is done, the deployment phase will be initialized. So the last phase is maintenance. The team keeps maintaining the software, verifying it continuously to work well, stays up to date with any new needs or changes from the customer. So what is this new needs or else changes from the customer? So for example, an app was released, so with some versions. So after 1 or 2 years or else after some 6 months or whatever it might be the time period, so if there is any version change or else if there is any update in the exact version, or else if we want to add on something, add on new features to the game, so the software should be in the maintenance phase to have all these features to be extended or else anything to be deleted or anything to be updated, anything to be modified. So whatever the criteria that we are supposed to have or else whatever the change that we are expecting to have, so the software should be in the maintenance phase. So after the deployment phase, the next phase which we are going to have is a maintenance phase where the software will be continuously monitored up to the date, whether the software is working perfectly or not, do any bugs are arising or else any issues are encountered. So in the continuous use, do any lag is there in the software or else any issues are rising or whatever might be the risk that we are encountered. So everything needs to get updated, everything needs to get modified, and if any new features are to be added, again those also will be done from this maintenance phase itself. So this is what happens in the complete maintenance phase. So completely these were the 6 stages that were involved in this agile software development. So requirement gathering to the maintenance. So completely with the 6 phases. So let us move to the next one, agile software development cycle. So these was the stages involved, and this one is the agile software development cycle. So from the starting phase of meet to evaluate, we'll be having 6 phases here. So when we look at this agile software development phases and when we look at this agile software development cycle, we can see the phases similar. So similar in the sense, so here in the first phase we will be having requirement gathering, whereas in this agile cycle we will be having the first phase as meet. So the next one as planning will be common, and next phase is design is common, and the next phase is development, where we are having a develop phase. Next one is testing, here we are having test phase, and there we will be having maintenance phase, here we are having an evaluating phase. So completely these were the 6 phases involved in the agile software development cycle. So let us see the 6 phases. Agile software development cycle, meet. So what does this meet indicates? Initial stage, stakeholders, team members meet to discuss the project idea, business goals and customer requirements. So this is the phase where we are involving all the stakeholders, team members to discuss the project idea. So what exactly is the idea that we are having on the project, or else what is the idea for the project, as well as business goal, whatever business are we expecting from this particular project, and as well as the customer requirements, what the customer is expecting. So this is what we are going to monitor in this meet. Second one is plan. So planning phase, tasks are identified, a timeline is created, team estimates effort, allocates resources, prepares for the upcoming iteration. So everything similar to the planning phase. So what we are doing here, tasks are identified, identifying the task, whatever required for the project, and as well as timeline, what is the schedule for the completion of the project, and as well as efforts, allocating the resources. So whatever resources do we need and whatever resources are to be allocated to the teams, and as well as prepares the upcoming iteration. So what was the next thing to be done in repetition. Okay. So the next phase is design. So design, system architecture and design are prepared based on the requirements. So based on the requirements from the planning, we are going to design the architecture, system architecture. So the next phase, develop. So the team starts building the software according to the design. Coding is done and the small increments, features are developed step by step. So this is what we are going to see in general in all the development phases. So based on the design, we are going to start up our development, and if there are larger cycles, we will be going with the smaller increments, and as well as features will be developed one after one in a sequential order. So the next one is test. So the software is tested to ensure it works correctly and meet the requirements. Bugs and errors are identified and fixed to maintain the quality. So we are testing the software, whether it is correctly developed or not, and as well as whether it is meeting the requirements of the customer or not, and also any bugs are arising, any errors are arising, and again we need to fix them. So again the code will be sent to the development team, again they will be modifying the things, again it will be sent back to the testing, again the testing will be done. So these were the 2 continuous phases until we meet the complete project. So we are going to develop the things, we are going to test the things. So in the testing, if the development is failed, again the same code will be sent back to the developers. So again they will be doing the modifications, again they will send it back to the testing. So again the testing will be done. So until that in the testing, the project should pass, the repetition of things will be done in the development as well as in the testing. So once the complete bugs, errors or everything is fixed and the project is working, software is working, then it will be sent to the deployment phase. So evaluate phase, the completed work is reviewed with the team members, feedback is collected so that improvements are identified. So evaluation phase is the phase where the software what we designed will be reviewed with the team members. So the team who is having for the review, they will be verifying the completed work, whether it is completed successfully or not, whether it was risk free, whether it is error free or not, whether it was done with all test cases passed or not. So everything will be checked. Feedback is collected so that improvements are identified. So once we are collecting feedback, we will get to understand any improvements are required or not, because one person will be having one perspective. So not everyone will be having a same thought, right? So similarly, what they'll be doing is they'll be collecting the feedback from the team, so that if any improvements are required, they will be identifying those improvements. So completely, these were the 6 stages involved in Agile software development lifecycle. So this is regarding the Agile software project. So in this, where we have seen regarding Agile software development, we have seen the stages in the Agile software development, as well as we have understand what is meant by Agile software development cycle. So at the end of this lecture, the student will be able to explain Agile software development. Thank you.